There's a woman I know who, when I first met her, I was a little in shock over the condition of her legs. She used a walker. Her legs looked very deformed. She had her left leg, the ankle was curved upwards. When she used the walker, she would walk on the side of her ankle, not the foot. And instead of gawking at her week after week, I decided I was going to go say something to her. And I went up to her and I said, would it be out of line for me to ask you what happened to your legs? And she instantly teared up and said, thank you. Finally, someone. The 500-pound gorilla in the room that nobody wants to talk about, I went up to her to talk about. And she was so excited to just be able to share her trauma with me. What happened to her was she fell on the ice. Her legs had been perfect. She had been a gymnast. She fell on the ice, got a little tiny scratch on the back of her heel, and that little scratch turned into flesh-eating disease. And it ate up the one leg down to the bone, and then somehow it crossed over to the other leg and ate that one. And now she's getting ready in June to go have major reconstructive surgery to have the bones broken and ligaments installed. And she's very concerned and upset and worried about getting another bacterial infection, but she also wants better quality of life, so she's going for it. But the point is, somebody made a comment this week on one of my posts like, Clark, you're living in the past, you need to move on. I live in the past with sharing my trauma because it helps me heal from it. And you need to talk about it. And I share it because I get new followers every single day on social media. And those new followers coming in need to see that it's healthy and productive to talk about your trauma. So I continue to talk about my trauma, and I will continue to talk about it because I don't want those demons building back up inside of me again. And this is a good way for me to purge myself of those demons by talking about it. And this woman was thrilled to talk about her trauma. Thrilled. So that was the big takeaway from this week, was when that person posed that comment to me about, stop living in the past. And it reminded me of bringing up to that woman, what happened to her legs, and she was thrilled to share it with us. So instead of gawking at someone, instead of not knowing what to say when someone loses a loved one, even if it was under extremely tragic conditions, just say something. Acknowledge it. People want to share their trauma. People want to get it out. There's a elderly couple at the gym where I work out at that I've seen for years there. And I haven't seen them as much lately because when I work out has changed from when they work out. But I saw the wife in there last week. And then the other day I saw her in there again, and we were at machines that were next to each other. And I said to her, "Where's your partner in crime?" And she got very teary-eyed and said, "I'm so sorry to have to tell you, he died a month ago." And then she went into their 60-year-long love affair they had, best friends, and told me about their life, and I just listened. you don't always have to be the fixer for people. If someone's in the mud, they just want someone to sit in the mud with them. They don't necessarily want you to clean them off. They just want someone to sit in the mud with. And that's what I did with these people. I just listened. And that's all you have to do. You don't have to try to fix people when they're telling you about their trauma. You just have to listen. Have a great day, everybody.